What's going on, everyone? Dean with TheGamingSource here, back to bring you another video. This is going to be a 7 days to die video on a base that me and a couple friends had built that I just wanted to show everyone. Just a little history of the base. It's built entirely of reinforced concrete and vault hatches and vault doors. And remember, at the end of the video, if you like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. To start off, I'm going to be in one of the finished guard towers that we have here at the base. I built this tower just so I can have a good overlook on the surrounding area and make sure there's no hordes coming on a horde night and whatnot. I have two of these watchtowers. The one across from this one currently is still in construction. It has no torches on it right now at the moment, but this one is fully functional and lit. Moving on, we got the second part of the watchtower, which is mainly empty. It's just meant as an access point to get to the outer ridge or to get down towards the floor level. We also have a garden on the back side of it. This is so I don't have to go out and hunt for any food. I can just have everything I need growing right here in the base. I'll soon have porch lights instead of torches everywhere. This is a little, I call it a little shed for the garden. It's where I keep all the garden tools and whatnot. All my seeds. As you can see, they're labeled. That's the unfinished guard tower. This is still a big patch of construction being done. That's eventually going to be all concrete. I'm getting rid of all the blacktop that was there. And to get in and out of the base, we have a drawbridge. This is to make sure that in the event that a horde does come in, they attack the outer wall and have no direct access to come over the wall. Now moving on to the actual inner main base, you can see that I have steel bars lining every window, as well as a steel bar balcony surrounding the whole thing. This balcony is just in the event that, let's say, the outer walls were to get breached by a horde. I have another upper point that I can get to and keep myself safe for a little bit. But going on in, this is the garage. As you can see, our bikes are labeled with a crate for bike materials. This would be the crafting area with my cement mixer and all my supplies that are labeled. Just around the corner in that room there, I'll show you, is another little storage area for my gas, specific to one area to keep it contained in case a horde comes through. I don't want it to blow up next to my bikes or anything. I'm actually running low on gas. This hatch just next to it has its own special purpose. I'll show you what that does in a little bit. But now moving on to the other inner part. This is where you will find the main hatch to get down to the first level of the base, and as well as the hatch to get to the top of the balcony that I was just explaining with the iron bars. Now moving on to level number 1. This is mainly a hallway level with one attic storage. As you can see, vault doors on everything. Once you get into the main base, I have nothing but vault doors. This is the little attic storage area. This is just for miscellaneous paper and any random materials that I'm overflowing with. And moving on again to the second level of the base, this is where you will find the living quarters, which has the kitchen and the living room that is under construction at the moment. This door right here has a special purpose tied to that hatch that I showed you a little bit earlier. I'll show you what both of those do at the end. Moving on to the door to the left of it will bring you to the kitchen area. This is where we have the fridge and the cooking campfire. All the cabinets are individually stocked with specific purpose stuff. Water on top, meat on the bottom. Some pans, dry goods, some more dry goods. I believe that water cooler at the end has some water in it, or beer. This is what it looks like when all lights are turned off and it's just the flames. But this is the living room that's under construction. It's going to have another extension going out through the back. And then right around the corner here is our, we call it our public arms storage. This is where all three of us that own the base can put parts that we don't specifically care to hold on to. Anybody can, if they need a part, can grab one. Moving on over here, this is where we have the forgery. So anything that I need to make or melt down, it pretty much happens in this room right here. Moving on to the next room is where you will find the bathroom, as well as the hatch to get to the third level. As you see, the bathroom has a bunch of health products, which I actually need to use right now. And then moving on to the third level is where you will find the bedrooms. The two to the side, as you can see, are locked, that I can't get into because they're my roommates that helped me build the base. That's obviously where we keep our stuff that we don't want anyone touching or whatnot. And then this is my room, but all rooms look exactly the same. They were built to the same dimensions and pretty much furnished the exact same way, with a gun safe in the corner and bed in the middle and whatnot. So now I'll show you what that room and hatch were for that I didn't earlier. This room holds the well, which is a good supply of water that I put in there every time I go on a water trip. It holds me over for a decent amount of time. It makes it so you don't have to go out and look for water and whatnot. And if that ever dries up, that's where that hatch upstairs comes into play, and I'll go show you what that's for right now. As you can tell, this base is very secure. If there was ever to be a breach, they have plenty of doors to have to go through. All 8,000 apiece. Now if that well downstairs ever runs dry, all I have to do is open this hatch, go down one or two levels in this tunnel, and it's a direct line to the nearest lake. It cuts right through the cliff that we're on, and it comes out ground level right next to the water. This was actually the first thing that I built on this base. Not knowing what I had built it for, I just kind of built a random tunnel leading out to the water, and this is what the entire base was mainly built around, was the fact that we can self-sustain everything. I don't have to go out and hunt for food. I have the garden. I don't need to barely go out and get water, because all I have to do is open this door right here and then take 10 steps, and I can fill up 3 buckets and then go fill up the well, which would last plenty. So as you can see, the door looks pretty hidden in the back. It kind of reminds me of the Dark Brotherhood door from Skyrim, if anyone remembers that. So yeah, that's a very important necessity right here. Is having a tunnel that leads you to water. I don't have to worry about fighting any zombies. I don't have to see anything if I don't want to. I could be a complete hermit in this base. Another thing too is that all the concrete downstairs creates a very hard obstacle for anybody that tries to break into the space as well. Oh, one thing I forgot to show you is that I have spotlights on every corner of the base, so at night I can see a decent distance out in front. I'll run and show you each one real quick. Unfortunately, this is on PS4, so I don't have full electricity in the game. Otherwise, I would be running traps and a whole bunch of turrets and whatnot. But for PS4, I'd say this isn't too bad, especially for the time. This is all organic, no duplication, no nothing. This is all organic, scratch, find, and it's actually the first part that I spawned in the map too. First place they put me at, first town I found, I just planted my roots right here. This is the coordinates too, if you care to come to the same town and see where I built it. But that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate it if you made it all the way to the end. Drop a comment if you like the base, and also unplug my mic on accident. Drop a like and a comment if you like the base, and I'll see you next time, guys. See ya.